Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and yeah, we're alive. It's Florida, guys. We get nasty weather all the time out here. We got a lot of standing water and stuff. But today I want to go over some topics with you guys. I was hoping to sit down, but I didn't bring a towel. So, topics right fast. Guys, with this war, with everything going on in the country, I've been saying this is going to happen. No, oh, anybody can say that. Actually, I have been saying this is going to happen. I said, watch and see. Every time there is people standing up to their governments, and I'm speaking directly on the whole events where the people, the civilians of all these other countries, there should be some nice little pictures and stuff up there for you, started hitting the streets. They were tired of these lockdowns. They were tired of these mandates. They were tired of all this. They were tired of being told what they could and could not do on some crap. I said back then, wait and see. There is going to be an event that pulls us all together and have one common enemy that we can unite against and forget about everything else. I said that. It's just like, it is not because I can foresee anything or anything like that, guys. It's just what I've already seen happen, and it just repeats itself. So after the towers, we all had a common enemy. Everybody around the globe, common enemy. What did everybody do? Well, I'm not going to say that we all just gave up our freedoms, because a lot of these acts and bills that they pass, you know, the politicians, guys, it's just they put it in with everything else. Next thing you know, oh crap, we're not allowed to do what now? Because they always add stuff in the bills. So, Patriot Act, other acts along the way, spun off of this. Watch and see if we don't see some more of this. Now, why would they be willing to go to war? Now, I've already discussed our countries are broke. The world's broke. For 2 years, they shut us down. They shut everything down. You, me, we lost our jobs, unless you happen to be in a place where you could actually work at from home. And even some of that was cut back too, because not many people were buying things. Our food shortages are real. They're getting worse. They want to misdirect us on a lot of fronts, guys. Food prices are getting crazy, and they're going to continue to get crazy. Now, we've talked about the bad weather we had a few years back that was affecting our food supply here in the country, here in America. Said it was going to take a while to trickle back down to us. The USDA, agricultural, and all that reports that we were covering, they were completely wrong. Of course they're wrong. And we had talked to farmers and stuff in the Midwest that were actually the people that grow our food that we eat, and they're saying, no. Oh, there's a big hole. They're saying, no, these numbers are wrong. We're lucky to even get 40% of our normal yield because of all that rain. Now we have a new threat of Russia and Ukraine, the wheat, the natural gases, the oil, all this stuff is all because of Putin. Don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not a fan of Putin one bit. Don't like him, not one bit. But this is all orchestrated, every single bit of it. Is there a war in Ukraine? Yes, I'm not denying that. I said when they started staging up, guys, they're fixing to go in. When I saw the reports of blood bringing to the front, that was a lot of blood. That's not there for training exercises, because blood doesn't last very long, and it just depends on what type of facilities you have at the point. But when they brought that to those front lines, I said, guys, it's fixing to happen, and it did. Now I know there's many that have jumped on the bandwagon. You know what, that's fine. I don't care. It's not a bandwagon to me. It's news. YouTubers are trying to give out information. But I saw the ones, well, they're not going to invade. I've got family in Russia. They're saying this. Guys, it doesn't matter where your family's at. A politician, a government is going to do whatever they want to do. They don't care what we do. They don't care what they care what we do. They do not care what our opinions and our thoughts are. Not at all. Some people say that you can vote people out of office. Honestly, I don't think voting even works anymore. I think it's all staged up. I really do. I think there's something else behind, and I know it's the conspiracy theorists in me and stuff like that, but I think someone else runs the show. It could be a group, it could be one individual, I don't know. It's above my pay grade. I can't find any evidence on this except for particular groups, and I don't say the names of those groups. Guys, if you've ever watched Alex Jones, he's pointed out a bunch. I know you don't want to hear Alex Jones. Well, I actually listened to him. I listened to him for a very long time, and just like any other news that I get, I research it in. All right, I get hold of the article, I start following up, trying to find out what I can find. Now, as just a civilian, someone that doesn't have many contacts, I can only find so much information. I have to go look into mainstream media, pull up their old articles, their where they got their information, go check that. You know, it's just what it is. I have to do it that way. There are some independent companies that are out there doing news. There are some YouTubers. Now, many YouTubers I don't grab news from, because many new YouTubers are just putting up their thoughts. They read an article, they read something on a forum, they jump up there and act like it's facts. Or they're hearing prophecy. I'm not saying there's no prophets in the world. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that I don't know the individuals, and my family's protection and preparedness level is based off of my facts, my research, and that's what I move forward on. I don't allow any type of ghost stories to influence my plans. And the fact is, I'm not going to. So when I see those, hey, you need to go check out so-and-so, he's a prophet, until God gives me that discernment and says, hey, you need to listen to this guy, it's just another YouTuber to me. That's it. Not calling anybody out directly. I'm just saying this is what I get my emails on. When people are emailing me, hey man, you need to check this guy out. He knows what he's talking about because he said he had a dream. Man, I have a lot of dreams too. I'm no prophet. Mainly because I've been researching something so much now, it's influenced my sleeping pattern, and now I'm dreaming on it. Anyway. So yeah, I had a rough night last night. It just kept raining. It's still raining on and off today. Fortunate for us, we didn't get flooded out. I mean, we got standing water in our yard and stuff like that, guys, but nothing major. The tornado that hit Panama City, it didn't hit us in our location. I had somebody say, hey man, you doxed yourself with a blue dot on your map. No, that's where I went to go take my screenshot, but I appreciate that. You're right. I mean, you have to be careful where you do your screenshots and stuff, guys, because if you give up your location, you do dox yourself. But I've been doing this for a while. It's a good way to point it out. But yeah, I'm not going to take a screenshot of my location at my location. Never do. I always go somewhere else. So my message, guys, whatever we're getting in the media, it's not true. This whole thing is about misdirection. They don't want you seeing the food prices. They don't want you seeing the food shortages. They don't want you seeing what's going on at the gas pump. Fact is, the world's broke. The country's broke. Get ready for a lot of printed money. It's going to devalue the American dollar, the petrodollar. All this stuff's going to go down. We've talked about, being as preppers, that the world was going to be pushing for a digital currency. Something the government can fully control by shutting off your access. It's going to come that way. Others call it the New World Order. Whatever you want to call it, that's fine. I'm just saying we're going to see this implemented, and they're pushing hard really fast. As far as the government's going to get rid of gasoline engines and all this stuff, you can only use electric cars. They're going to do that eventually. We're not set up that way right now. Our power grid here in America is not set up for everybody to be driving around with an electric car. One, it takes a lot of voltage to be charged. I mean, they don't last If everybody had an electric car right now and is on the road and you're trying to go find a place to plug in at, well, one, there's not many places to go plug in at. I mean, look at my town. I think this one gas station actually has one of those things, and it's on the beach. Or there might be one charge, or maybe 2 or 3 charge in the whole gas station. The infrastructure is not set up for that yet. It will eventually happen. These pushes and stuff, sure, it might be the new day and time, new technology. I mean, when they came out with the cassette tape, and I will use this as an example, my dad had an old 8-track. He's like, no, they'll never get rid of 8 tracks. 8 tracks is the best thing ever. Well, guess what? 8-track, cassette, CD, all that stuff just keeps on moving. Now you got USB ports and everything else. You don't even need to buy a CD anymore. Technology does change. So it could either be agenda or it could be technology. Me personally, I think it's an agenda because they can always slip in something and shut it off. Just like I saw reports where they were asking Elon Musk to shut off Tesla cars in Russia. Of course, Elon Musk says no. They wanted him to shut off his Starlink in the Russia area. Again, that's not affecting the governments of the world. That's affecting the civilian population. Just like all these sanctions, that's not hurting Putin one bit. All these sanctions against Russia, it's hurting the Russian people. Hey, I'm American, but I'm also enough common sense to look at the situation. This has nothing, all this stuff that they're doing, it's not affecting Putin. I will say this much, for anybody that thinks that everything's just going to kind of go away, look at all the amount of money the US and other countries have stolen from Russia right now, doing all these sanctions, lockdown, and all these seizures and stuff, going and taking their stuff. Yeah. I'm just saying this stuff is not going to go away anytime soon, but this is going to progress further. This is going to go global, and this is why I say it's going to go global, guys. Now I'm seeing reports of, should be a pop-up here, China is going to be working with Russia, buying oil, stuff like that, to help ease these sanctions. And what did our current president jump up there and do? Sit there and talking smack to China. You do this, there's going to be hell to pay. There should be an article there. He didn't say that, of course not. He said it in a more political way. Yeah, that's right, guys. We're going after China too. It's going to be 3 major countries: China, Russia, India. We're going to see the I country out of the sandbox. I don't mean, let me clear this up. I ran to the store. It's going to be jumped up in there too. We got a lot of nuclear threats, and they are nuclear threats, and some are going to be nuclear falls, just like weapons of mass destruction. They've been pushing for the last 2 years on how Iran to the store was getting right there at getting weapons grade plutonium with their nuclear stuff. Watch and see, guys. One thing to get news, don't let it consume you. The Angry Prepper talked about this earlier today. I saw him this morning on his YouTube channel. Don't let it consume you. As a YouTuber, yes, I'm digging around a lot because I'm trying to get decent content for you, some information for you so you can make your preparation plans on. But for people that are not doing what we do here, you're just trying to live your life, yeah, grab the information, tuck it away, go about your normal day, but hopefully your normal day is like mine, where you're preparing, you're constantly working on something. Don't be like the people after the towers, and I have to say it that way, guys, because the way the algorithm is. I mean, we just lost 700 subscribers on our new channel this morning. Just boom, they're gone. Crazy. I had 7,120, almost 7,000, yeah, something like that, and then dropped down to 6,500. They're always playing games, so you have to be careful what you say. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I got distracted. I didn't sleep much last night. So I did see a couple comments I would like to address, because I'm going to be hitting the woods pretty soon, and the comments were, what are you, stupid? You're going out to the woods and we're on the brink of war. Well, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about my preparedness. I have a group here. Everything I do is already pre-planned out, already discussed, any evacuations are already set up. So even if World War kaboom happen, I know I gotta watch the words, even if that happens, guys, I have plans and fallouts and stuff like that ready to rock and roll. I got everything lined up. Everything's good. As far as what you should be doing, don't be, I remember what I was going to say now. Don't be like the individuals I saw and listened to on the radio after the towers fell. They were calling in 4 months later, crying, I am so scared to even leave my home. 4 months after. Guys, don't be those people. Well, one, that's probably big time propaganda stuff, but then again, it could be actually people that anxiety was just building up so much, feeling just non-stop watching, constant not watching CNN and NBC and all those other stuff, just constantly 24/7. Yeah, I guess it could freak you out. Don't be those people. Live your life, have your plans. I'm fixing to go out in the middle of nowhere, push myself on a 5-day survival challenge. The gear I usually carry, my large gear, I can survive anything with that. I mean, seriously. I've proven it on film what I'm capable of. This time I'm taking less gear. But I know the terrain. I know what gear I'm taking out. I've got plans and backup plans, and the fact is, if something happened, dedication, I could walk back within a week to my house if I needed to. And that's not using roads. That's going through the back ways. Have plans, guys. Make routes. Think these things out. I mean, guys, I've got survival food buckets stashed about a 20-mile radius of my location right now. Oh, dude, is that all on your property? What do you think? You think I got 20 miles of property around me? Find yourself a nice little hole somewhere, put it down. I'm not saying go put it in someone's front yard. There's places, guys. Hey, guess what? Riding down the road, guys. You pull off the road. Hey, look at all that open area. Looks like a good spot to me to go put something in the ground. Slip up in there, have somebody drop you off, meet you back here in 3 hours. They leave, you walk in. You map out your location, put your stuff in the ground, your survival buckets, watch your clock, they come pick you up. You don't have to go back to that location until you need to rotate food out. Just saying, there's all kind of different ways. I see a lot of people, they want to argue with me on this. The fact is, let me tell you some facts. The fact is, I'm the guy that actually does the shit. I'm the guy that actually proves what works and what doesn't. So the little mimpy mouse people, good luck to you during shit hits the fan, because I'm the guy that actually makes shit happen. Now that that rant's over, to everybody else that are prepping, trying to figure out ways to provide for their family, keep going at it. Make some sacrifices. Don't go to Starbucks, or, you know, I use Starbucks as, you know, because everyone knows the jokes about Starbucks. If you drink Starbucks, hey, whatever, I don't care. Start making sacrifices, start putting food back. You need to have canned goods and dry goods. You need to have a way of cooking that stuff. Now, guys, I've shown so many times cooking rice and beans and stuff right there at the camp, right there in campfire, on my outdoor excursions. Easily done. Will people know you're cooking? Yeah, when this stuff first happens, everyone's going to be cooking outside. You're good. Always have a security detail. Have somebody watching your back, you're out there cooking. Will you wind up having to swack somebody during SHTF? Yeah. I don't know why people think it's going to be kumbaya. It's not. Stuff's real. It's going to happen. Get prepared for it. Just saying. Speak to y'all later.